Hello everybody, this is TheLisol. Welcome to my week 9 of 2023 roster update for my main account, TheLisol. Let's get started. So in preparation for this project, I have put together this spreadsheet. I break down my farms into 3 tiers, 5 characters per tier. My current farm is Jabba the Hutt. I'm about a third, maybe halfway of the way through it. Currently working on Chrysanthemum, Scando, Aurora, and a couple of others, all while I wait for GI, who is in my list here, to come back around. God knows when that will be. So I've pre-recording my gearing, so let's get into it. So I start with Chrysanthemum. I have all the gear I need to take him to G13, so I take him to G13. I've got plenty of mats, so I take him straight to Relic 5. I haven't had an opportunity to really use him yet. I don't imagine that Relic 5 is really where I want him to be. I'm thinking Relic 7, 8, 9 is probably where I want him to go. But for now, I'm holding on to my resources. He's going to sit at Relic 5 until after I unlock Jabba. So that's one of my characters per week that I've gotten up to my goal. The next character I'm looking at here, I believe, is Pow. Oh no, I look at Scando here. I take him up to gear 10. He's short on something. I'm not overly concerned though, so I just take a quick look at what he needs. I think it's something stupid like part of those Mark 8 hollow projectors. I've got the Kairos to do it, so that's not really an issue. Oh, it might have been these Mark 4 Chedak comlinks. So I look at that, see if there's anything I can buy for not crystals. There isn't. So I decide to move on. I go to POW here, trying to get my Rebel fighter team up to something a little more reasonable. I take a look at it, decide not to for some reason, and then I believe I just go right back and decide to do it. I have, I think, most of the things I need to get him up to gear 11, which was my goal for him. He was one of my gear 11 characters for the week. These stupid Mark 1 stun cuffs, I'm always light on for some reason. I'm lighter on those than I am on Kairos most of the time. So I get him the stun cuffs that he needs, take him up to gear 11. And that's one more goal character done. But I take a look at Aurora. I looked at his gear earlier and realized it doesn't really require a whole lot. I was able to take him straight up to gear 12 without even thinking about it. There's no reason not to. I'm going to be doing it anyway. And then I look at the Tusken Chieftain here. I take him up to 9. He's missing something. I don't even look. I'm not super concerned with that. I just want them ready by the time that the raid comes out. I get Dothcha up to 9 as well. And I add some Omegas to his abilities. I think I choose not to do the leadership. Yeah. And I believe that is the end of that. Yep. So as you can see here, the green is starting to stack up on this spreadsheet. I've got Chrysanthemum done, I've got Boosh done, I've got Fennec done. I have Aurora now to G12, Orasing up to G12. The rest of them are in the almost manageable spot. Scando is only G10. Gamguard, Mob Enforcer, G9 and G7, they're pretty easy to gear. Jawa is only G7, but he's also pretty easy to gear. Gamguard's kind of Carbanti hungry, but nothing overly crazy. So we'll take a look at my G11s here. As of 3.5, I have 10 of the 75 characters I wanted to get up to G11 done, which is great. I did, off of not recording, I took my Lobot up to gear 11 because that's a character that my guild wants me to do for the operations. I was happy to do it because I looked at its gear and it costs next to nothing. Also, I am banking on Leia being the next GL. Lobot is a character that actually had meaningful interaction with her in the movies, so I expect him to be a Relic 3 or maybe a Relic 5 requirement. My guess is he would be a Relic 3 because he's already required for Relic 5 in the operations, but you only need one of him. So basically what they would do is they give that one person in the guild the free one, and everybody else has to bring him up to Relic 3 and maybe consider taking him to Relic 5 for the operations. So my plan for next week. On Dark Side, Light Side, I'm doing 000, BT1. As of the recording of this is Wednesday. I do my gearing on Sundays. I have 40-ish shards of each of them to go. TIE Reaper, I'm doing no refreshes on. 000 and BT1, I'm doing 1 refresh a day. That might change with Zori coming out. I want to get these guys done quickly. Reaper, I have about 100 shards left to go. I'm slow rolling that in the background. I hit it pretty much every day, but I forget sometimes, and I'm not really concerned with it, but the TIE Reaper is my very last shard farm of old characters. Once I have TIE Reaper done, I can focus entirely on marquee characters as they become free-to-play farmable. And at the rate that I get them, I think I can do 2 refreshes on 2 characters at a time. And that will mean that I'm only really ever farming those 2 characters at any given time. With the rest of my energy, I'm farming shock prods, carbantes, stun guns. Cantina, it's all about signal data. In the fleet, I'm farming MG100. I think I have less than 10 shards of that to go. Mark 6 med packs, Mark 12 thermals, Mark 12 stun cuffs. In the stores, I'm running the Mark 7 scanners, shock prods, Mark 6 med packs, carbantes, you know, the usual stuff. My goal for next week is Relic 5 Scando, a G12 Greedo, and I want to get Greedo to G12 because that's the last thing I need for that particular quest. And then I think the next one is the IG-88 quest, I believe. I could be mistaken. And try and get another Tusken or Jawa up to gear 11. So let's take a look at, I didn't make a button for this, what we're going for on Scando to make sure that I have everything I need for Scando for the next week's gearing. He requires the armor plating, of which I rarely have an issue collecting. I get a lot of that passively. Those Mark 7 Nubian design techs, is that what those are? I always am sitting on a ton of those. The bayonets, sometimes I'm low on them, but they're pretty easy to farm, and any excess that I get, I can throw into impulse detectors. He requires the Mark 12 thermal detonators, which require carbantes, which is a pain, and those Mark 6 med packs. So my focus in the fleet is going to be the med packs and the thermals, of which he requires 100 of thermals and 80 med packs. All right, well, thanks for watching, guys. I greatly appreciate it. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch at TheLisol, join the Discord, which is in the description down below, comment down below, you know, all that stuff that helps me in the algorithm. And watch some of these videos we got up here, and I'll see you in the next one. Godspeed.